game is two truths and a lie.
So you've heard of it.
Yeah, because babies play that at their birthday.
Okay, whatever. It's a good game.
It is time to play Two Truths and a Lie. We're live streaming right now on our Facebook and YouTube channel. All you got to do is search for Mercedes in the Morning. Two of us are telling you the truth about something. One of us is lying. Can you tell who the liar is? We each take a turn. And this week, Steph, you are set to go first. You've got 30 seconds to tell us your truth or lie, and the listeners will decide if you are the liar. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Starts now.
This past weekend, I was back home in San Diego, and I got to visit my dad. We caught up, and I was asking him, like, what's the latest? He said, on Wednesday, which is today, he's going to Disneyland. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Who are you going with? He says, I've asked all my friends, they're working. So he said, you know what, screw it. So he is going to Disneyland by himself today. No one else. Driving up from San Diego all the way to Anaheim. He's just going to people watch. His favorite thing is right now.
Oh, that's awesome. I hope that's true. I would do the same thing. If no one wants to go with me to Disneyland, I'll go by myself. I think that's amazing. And I could see your dad doing that. He's kind of a free spirit, isn't he?
He's a very free spirit. He's just like, life's too short. If I want to go to Disneyland and if I'm free and no one wants to come, I'm going.
Did your dad also see spirits as well?
He does see spirits.
So I want to see what happens at Disneyland if he picks up on any vibes there.
Oh, that's an awesome question. If I ask him after, like, hey, I told him to send me pictures and videos just to make sure, he's good and safe. He's getting older, So, also, hey, did you see any spirits or did you talk to any dead people?
Your dad's young. He's getting older.
He is.
Really? Is your dad your dad's super young, isn't he?
I haven't seen my dad before this weekend in a few months, and I saw his hair is thinning a little bit. So,
Look at that stutter, though. She's like, I haven't seen my dad. And so, before this, so maybe she's lying.
Oh, yeah, you could think of that too.
That's a lie. Your dad's hair's not thinning. That's a lie.
Jan made a good point. Single rider line for the win. So, yeah, he's not going to have to wait at all. Just get in that single rider line, and he is set. Okay. Do you think Steph is telling the truth, or is she lying? Let us know. Shoot us a text, 702-364-9400. You can call us at that same number or comment on our live stream right now. Okay, that means I am up next and I'm all set, ready to go.
You start now.
Okay, mine is about one of my parents also. It's about my mom. My mom, do you guys know my mom's real name?
No.
You don't know my mom's real name?
No.
Oh, well then this is not going to make any sense. Well, my mom's name, for years, I've heard her referred to as Magda growing up. Magda's her name. Magda is not her name. I think I was like 5 or 6 when I found out that's not my mom's name. She has a different name. I grew up not knowing her real name.
What's your mom's real name?
Well, I'm not going to share that because you have to decide if I'm telling the truth or not.
What?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just everybody referred to her by Magda, and I was like, my mom's name is Magda. And I think when I got old enough to start getting the mail, I noticed, who's this person? Like, I never knew who it was. And it's because that's not my mom's real name.
You've never, it's always been Magda, Mrs. Martinez. You've never mentioned any other names in the past.
No, she has a totally different name.
Oh my gosh, I'm so intrigued. What was like Sally?
I'll share that with you after we
Wow.
determine, am I lying or am I
Interesting.
telling the truth? Is my mom going by a different name?
She's got an alias.
I didn't know about.
Wow.
Let us know what you think. Okay, JC, you're up.
Starts now. Starting, what's today? Wednesday. Starting tomorrow night. I found this out this past weekend. Starting tomorrow night, we're going to have 4 dogs in our house for 3 weeks. Laura's really good friend. Her name is Julia. She's like a sister to Laura. She's got 2 Pomeranians, and Julia is going to New York City for a few days. And then from New York City next week, her and her boyfriend are going on a 2-week European vacation. Her house sitter backed out at the last second. There's some issues going on. And Laura, being the good friend, volunteered our services to watch her dogs. So starting tomorrow, 2 extra dogs in our house for 3 weeks.
So that means when Laura's out of town, you're watching 4 dogs.
Oh, yes. Yep.
I don't believe it. I don't think you guys would make that long of a commitment. Like maybe a week or something.
Oh my gosh, whether I'm lying or
3
not,
weeks.
coming in hot on that one. She was in a real bind. I can't get in the bind situation, but she was crying. She was really upset, and Laura stepped in and said, listen, we'll watch the puppies for you. So it's like, okay, all right, here we go.
What are the dogs' names?
I have no idea.
You don't know the dog's name and you're watching.
I'll learn the dog's names, but starts tomorrow when she goes to New York City.
And your dogs have never met their dogs.
No, they have.
Okay.
Thanksgiving, we brought Zoe over. Zoe was fantastic with them. Jax has met them once before, we think at a horse show. It's been a while, but Zoe gets along with them fantastic. Jax is the one. I think once he gets to, the slow interaction, gets to know them, he'll be fine.
I don't know. I just feel like 3 weeks is too long for
You're
you guys.
me?
You're gonna, I think you would definitely, she would help out her friend, but I think 1 week is the max. So you'd be like, okay, we can do 1 week, and then you got to find a new place for them to stay.
What happened to us building each other up and not tearing down each other's
I'm not trying to tear you down. How am I tearing you down?
Finding a hole in it. Because you know me too well.
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to pick apart everything. I think both of you are lying this week, actually.
We're all lying this week.
liars.
Okay, so what do you guys think? 702-364-9400. Who's telling the truth and who is the liar? Jeremiah says, I think Steph is lying. Jan says, JC is lying. Why wouldn't Julia's parents or sister watch the dog? How does she know that about her parents and sister? That's interesting.
If you know Julia, if her sister's in California and her mom is dealing with a couple of things with her father right now, so that's why.
Oh, okay. Mariano says JC is lying. Jennifer says this is hard. I think Steph is lying. On the text line, sorry, Stephanie, your story is a lie. This one says 18 without. Oh, that's something else. Okay. Well, you said till age 5 or 6, you never knew your mom's real name, but that's not really considered growing up. I would think if you went until you were 18 without knowing, that would be considered growing up. Okay. Yeah. It was like 5 or 6, but
still the fact that your mom,
I would forget too.
Yeah. Well, the fact that your mom has a different name, we don't know it. That's just fascinating in itself.
Exactly. So, okay, let's break it down here. Who is telling the truth and who is lying? Truth teller number 1.
It's me. Dad's going to Disneyland by himself today.
Oh, I'm so proud of him. What a cool thing to do.
I'm really happy for him. Yeah, you only live once. Go, Dad.
And seriously, that single rider line is going to be a game changer for him. Now he doesn't have to wait in line for anything. He just walks right on. Okay, truth teller number 2. That's me. I know. I didn't know my mom's real name. So she goes by Magda, and her real name, though, is it looks like the word edit, EDIT, but it's Edith. And that's like a Hungarian name. So her name is Edith. Her middle name is Magdalena, and then Martinez. So,
did she change it because a lot of people were mispronouncing her name here?
No, it's because in Hungary, Edith is like Jennifer. Like everyone's name is Edith. And so people would get confused. She had like 2 aunts that had that name. And so she decided to go with Magda to differentiate who they were talking about.
I love that.
Yeah. Which means JC.
See, Mercedes, you know me too well. Mercedes, you know that I wouldn't even commit for a week.
I know, I did know that, but I didn't want to make you stop. That's just a lot for you.
I know.
You have a hard time sometimes keeping up with the 2 dogs because of stuff going on. So I was like, "There's no way. There's 4."
The whole thing was just fabulous. I don't know why. I should have said 2 weeks, or I should have said 1 week. I don't know when with like Uncle watching 2 dogs.
Yeah, 3 weeks. I might have believed 1 week. I might have,
or even a weekend. I could have just said a weekend,
like 6 years.
We're adopting.
Yes, we're adopting 2 children, you guys. Oh my gosh. Coming up next is the Hot 3. What do you got for us?
All right, you want to